Hey, y'all, let's cover lesson 31, unit conversion. And this is the metric system. Now, we've talked about the American Standard before, but now we're going to talk metric system. Recall a conversion factor is just a fraction whose value is equal to 1. That is, the numerator and the denominator have the same exact value, but are expressed in different units. Here's some examples. We've already done these, so I'm going to give you ones that we've done before. 12 inches is equivalent to 1 foot. All right. Now, and we also have done 16 ounces is equivalent to 1 pound. And we could go the other direction as well. 1 pound is equivalent to 16 ounces. Okay. So the metric system of units is the standard system of units preferred by scientists, as well as pretty much everyone else in the world, the United States. It is based on the base 10 number system, and its decimal format is more friendly to users of this system, more friendly to everyone. Units of measurement in the metric system and built of two pieces, the base unit and the prefix. The prefix comes first. Below is a list of standard prefixes. When you get to my next class, I'll actually provide you with a whole conversion sheet, and it provides you all of these. So there's deca, or deca, depends on how it's spelled, and that means that 10. Hecto means 100. Kilo means 1,000. Deci means 1/10 or 0.1. Centi means 1/100th or 0.01. And then milli means 1/1000th or 0.001. Okay. Therefore, decameter is 10 meters. Hectometer is 100 meters. Kilometers is 1,000 meters. And then decimeters is 1/10 of a meter. Centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. And millimeter is 1/1000th of a meter. So the way I write this is going to be like what you're about to see. This is the way I like to use it. I don't even like writing it like that so much, other than to explain to you what the different prefixes mean. But when you're using the conversions, this is what I would use if I were y'all for my conversions. That 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. 1 hectometer is 100 meters. 1 decameter is 10 meters. And then you've got 1 meters is your baseline. So we're going from highest to lowest with just these. There are more. 1 decimeter is equal to, actually, I don't even like to do it like that, is 0.1 meters. 1 centimeter is 0.001. Nope, that's too many. 0.01 meters. And then 1 millimeter is 0.001 meter. There we go. All right. Abbreviations for these are kilometers, hectometer. So decameter is not DM, it's DA, and then whatever the conversion is. In this case, it's meters. So the DA is the deca part. This is DA. So if you're using decagrams, it would be DAG, or decaliters is DAL. Okay, just to help you out with that. Then there's meters, and that's just M. Decimeter is DM. There's your GM. Centimeters is CM. And millimeters is MM. Okay. We can use these equivalencies to build conversion factors, as we did in lesson 18. What are some conversion factors for metric units of length? And we've already covered a lot right there. So we could say that 1 decimeter is equivalent to 0.1 meters. We could say that 0.1 meter is equivalent to 1 decimeter. 1 hectometer is equivalent to 100 meters, or 100 meters is equivalent to 1 hectometer. Could do it like that too. We can go either way with that. It doesn't matter. They still are equivalent. Multiplying the decimal number by 10 to the n will move the decimal point in places to the right. Okay. Dividing a decimal number by 10 to the n will move the decimal point in places to the left. So here's examples. 3.2567 times 10 to the 2. Well, this is multiplying it, so it's going to move it 2 places, n places, n is our 2. We're going to move it to the right 2 places. So that's 325 and now 0.67. Now 3.2567 divided by 10 to the second. Now we're going to move 2 places to the left because we're dividing. So 1, 2, we're going to have decimal here, and we need to add a 0. So 0.03257. Do not be very careful and make sure that you've added this 0 in. Otherwise, you're not moving it all the way as far as you need to the left. All right. Now we're going to change 2,326 meters to kilometers. So how are we going to do that? Well, we have a conversion that one kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. And we did that on that last page. So that's all I need to know for my conversion. I start with what they give me. They're giving me 2,326 meters. When I multiply, when I convert, who is in the numerator or who am I trying to get rid of? I'm trying to get rid of meters and go to kilometers. This is over 1. So meters is in my numerator, which means to get rid of it, I need meters in my denominator. And then put in the numerator what I'm heading towards, which is kilometers. All right. Once I get my units in there, then I put my numbers in. So 1,000 meters and 1 kilometer. Remember, you multiply straight across. There's no more cross multiplying until we get to proportions. And our meters are gone and we're left with kilometers. So we're golden. That's 2,326 divided by 1,000. Okay, so when you divide that, that's going to be 2.326. All right. Let me make sure. Oh, this is no, it looks like a comma. I thought that was it looks like it's a decimal. I think this is supposed to be a decimal, y'all. If that's a decimal, then that changes our answer. If this is our decimal right here and it's not a comma, we have to move to the left 3 spaces. So when we divide that, I know that because there's 3 zeros in our denominator. 2.326 divided by 1,000 is 0.00. There it is. 0.002326. And our answer is kilometers. There we go. Sorry about that. I even had my glasses on and it looked like a comma to me. All right, change 537 centimeters to meters. Well, we're going to start with what they're giving us, 537 centimeters, and we're wanting to go to meters. So we're only doing one conversion for these. This is over 1, so I need centimeters in the denominator, so they cross out, and meters in the numerator, because that's what we want our answer to be. Now, if you look back on the previous page that we did, you'll see that there's 100 centimeters. Nope, we didn't do it that way. Yeah, 100 centimeters and 1 meter. I want to make sure that we're using that. We didn't do it that way. I want to give you the same ones I would give you because we're using this as our conversion. I didn't tell you that there was 100 centimeters in a meter. There are, but we talked about it in this form, which is, I want to go back and talk about this real quick because I don't like this form. I don't like using the decimal part. In fact, I don't make you do this when we get to problem solving. For this, what I would tell you, instead of this way, I would say that there are 10 decimeters is 1 meter. I'm going to give you different conversions to use. For this one, I'm going to say that there are 100 centimeters and 1 meter. For this one, there are 1,000 millimeters and 1 meter. So we're going to use these conversions instead of the decimals. Okay. The decimals were just to show you what it was. But whenever I'm actually doing the conversions, I try to stay away from the decimals and as much and just stick with the whole number. So fewer mistakes. All right. So now that we do know that there are 100 centimeters in a meter, I can plug in 101. So I'm going to use the conversion that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. And I'll use that for my conversion. So when I multiply this, my centimeters are gone because you're multiplying from left to right. 537 times 1 is 537 divided by 100. And the answer is meters. So that's cool. I have to move my decimal. We're dividing by 100, so I have to move my decimal from here and I have to move it back 2 places because there's 2 zeros. So 5.37 meters is equivalent to 537 centimeters. All right, let's come down here to change 10.2 decameters to centimeters. Oh, now we're having to do a bunch. For me to get from decameters to centimeters, I have to first go through meters because it's kind of going down and then back up again. Let me look at my conversions. So decameter, so there are 10 meters in 1 decameter. I'm going to need that. There's 10 meters is 1 decameter. All right. And then I'm going to have to go from meters to centimeters. 1 meter is equal to 100, so 100 centimeters. Now let me show you how I would do this. Hold on to that paper. Okay, so we're going to start with what they're giving us, 10.2 decameters. I'm going to have to do 2 conversions here because I can get from decameters to meters using this conversion. But meters is not what they're wanting. They're wanting centimeters. So to get from decameters to meters, I have to divide this, make sure you know that it's over 1 because I want decameters in the denominator and meters in the numerator so that these will cross out and I'm left with meters, which is what I want initially. Okay, but then I really don't want meters. I want centimeters. Is there a way for me to get there? Yeah, we can use this conversion and get from meters, because meters is up in the numerator. I need one in the denominator so they cross out, and I need that to go to centimeters. Now, once I get my units in and I know that they're going to cross out properly and give me my answer in the unit I want, that's when I plug in my numbers. 10 and 1 and 101. Multiply straight across, and the numerator is 10.2 times 10 times 100 times 10 times 100. My decameters are gone, my meters are gone, and I'm left with centimeters. 1 times 1 times 1. So this is all over 1. So I'm not going to worry about that. So now I'm going to multiply 10.2 times 10 times 100. There's 3 zeros. So 1, 2, 3. I move my decimal over 3 times. So 10,200 centimeters is my answer, or 10.2 decameters. We have converted. Change 14.7 hectometers to millimeters. Okay, so we're going to have to go from hectometers to meters, and then from meters to millimeters. So I'm going to start with 14.7 hectometers. And I know I'm going to do 2 conversions. I don't even know what my numbers are yet, but I know these are my conversions I'm going to do. So I'm going to plug in my units, and then I'll go put back and find my numbers. 14.7 hectometers. I need to get this over 1. Get rid of my hectometers and go to my meters. And then I'm going to have to get rid of my meter and go to millimeters. Okay. Now I'm going to look to see what my conversions are. So for hectometer, there's 100 meters in a hectometer. 100. And for millimeter, there are 1,000 millimeters in a meter. So 1,000. Now I'm going to plug in my numbers. 100. Oh, that's a 1. That's 1,000. And that's a 1. All right. Multiplying straight across. 14.7. Hectometers are gone. Meters are gone. 100 times 100 times 1,000. And my final answer is millimeters. So I'm golden. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So I moved my decimal over 5 places to the right. It was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And my answer is millimeters. That is my answer. Whew, okay, that is dealing with length. Let's talk about units of mass. All right, not weight, mass. America uses weight, which takes into consideration gravity. Everyone else just deals with the mass. And that's the space that's being taken up. All right, so let's talk about units of mass. These are all going to be the same exact numbers. So I'm just going to come over here and redo the same numbers, because whether it's a gram, a meter, or when we get to the next one will be a liter, they all have the same prefixes, and the prefixes all mean the same things. So instead of meter, we now have gram, and so 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. 1 hectogram is equal to 100 grams. 1 decagram is equal to 10 grams. And we got the gram. 1 decigram is equal to the 0.1 gram, but we don't want to use that conversion. So I'm going to use 1 gram is equal to for each of these. I know this is different from how they would want me to teach this, but when you're using this for your conversions, it just makes more sense to me. So 1 gram is equal to how many decigrams? 10 decigrams. All right. 1 gram is equal to 100 centigrams. And 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. Okay. For abbreviations, they're still the same. Kilogram, hectogram, DAG is decagram, and then there's gram. Decigram is DG, centigram is CG, and then milligram is MG. What are some conversion factors? Well, I've already written them, but they want me to write them as a ratio. So let's say that 100 grams is 1 hectogram. I'm going to do abbreviation wise now. 1 gram is 10 decigrams. I could also say that 1,000 milligrams is equivalent to 1 gram. Those are all conversion factors. All right. Another one you could do. No, that's fine. That's good. We did it. Convert 0.025 decagrams to milligrams. So we've got 0.025 deca. Deca is the DA, DAG, and we're wanting to convert it to milligrams. So decagrams up here. I have to go through grams to get to the milligrams, because milligrams is my last one on this page. So I can get from decagrams to grams, because I've got a conversion for that I'm going to use. And then I can get from grams to milligrams by using this conversion. And this is how I think through this. So I'm going to get from decagrams to grams to milligrams. That's my thought process as I'm going to work through this. So decagrams is on numerator right now, so I need 1 in the denominator to get rid of it, and that will get me to grams. And then I'm going to get from grams to milligrams. Okay. Now I go back and plug in my numbers. How many grams to decagrams? There's 10. How many milligrams to grams? There's 1,000. All right. When I multiply straight across, my decagrams is gone, my grams are gone. I'm left with milligrams, so I'm golden. 0.025 times 10 times 1,000. There's 4 zeros, so I'm going to move to the right 4 places. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need to add a 0. So 250, and milligrams is my unit. Okay. And this is divided by 1, so we're good. The next one is 19.27 centigrams to hectograms. Okay. Well, got to go from centigrams to grams first, probably. So centigrams, we got centigrams is here. and I'm trying to get to hectograms, which is up here. So I have to go through grams, centigrams to grams to hectograms. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to set it up first, starting off with 19.27 centigrams. I'm going to do 2 conversions. One's going to get me from centigrams to grams. This will cross out. And the other one will get me from grams to hectograms, and these will cross out. All right, now I can plug in my numbers. Grams and centigrams, there are 100 centigrams to 1 gram. And grams to hectogram, there are 100 grams to 1 hectogram. Multiplying straight across, my centigrams is gone, my grams are gone, left with hectograms. Cool. And we've got 19.27 times 1 times 1 divided by 100 times 100 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 10,000. And then we just need to divide 19.27 divided by 10,000. So that's going to move my decimal over to the left 4 times. So 0.001927 hectograms is my answer. All right, almost done with this one. Next is going to get us through liters, which is the last of the units for metric. The length is measured by meters. The mass is measured by, or volume is measured by grams, and then mass, and then volume is measured by liters. So liters is what we use for our base value for metric for volume. I'm going to go through and put my abbreviations: kilogram, hectogram, liters, kiloliters, hectoliters, deca, D-A-L, and then we've got liter. Deciliter is DL, centiliter is CL, and then milliliter is ML. Okay. 1 kiloliter is equal to 1,000 liters. 1 hectoliter is 100 liters. 1 deciliter is 10 liters. Then you've got our liters as our L. 1 deciliter is, I'm going to do this just because, you know, it's the decimal. So I'm going to go 10 deciliters is 1 liter. 100 centiliters is 1 liter. 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. So some conversion factors. 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. I could go the other direction. 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. 100 liters is 1 hectoliter. There's some conversion factors. Convert 11,000. I'm just going to go with what I'm starting with. 11,725 milliliters, and I need to get to decaliters. So I'm going to have to go from milliliters to liters, and then from liters to decaliters. So milliliters to liters to decaliters. So let's get my units set up here. Milliliters to liters, and then liters to decaliters. Now I can plug in my numbers. There's 1,000 milliliters to a liter, and there are 10 liters to 1 deciliter. Multiplying from left to right, my milliliters are gone, my liters are gone, I'm left with deciliters. Cool beans. So 11,725 times 1 times 1 divided by, looks like 10,000 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that becomes 1.1725 decaliters is in 11,725 milliliters. The next one is 0.36 kiloliters, and they're wanting us to get to centiliters. So this is KL to L to CL times. And this is going to go to liters and then centiliters. So KL is here and L is here. So that when we multiply left to right, they cross out. All right, kiloliters and liters. I've got 1,000 liters is 1 kiloliter, and 100 centiliters is 1 liter. Okay, let's multiply. 0.36 Kiloliters is gone, liters is gone. We're left with centiliters. Cool beans times 100, times 1000, times 100. This is all over 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centiliters are equivalent to the 0.36 kiloliters. That is it for what, I don't remember what lesson this was anymore. This is a long one, y'all. If you have any questions, that was 31. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I am happy to help y'all understand anything. We are going to be doing this again once we get into my next class. We spend a whole half a module on just converting. So if you can get a good handle on this now, it'll make it easier for you to be able to just problem solve when we get to that next class, as opposed to having to learn this and then learn how to problem solve it as well. So get a good handle on this now so that you don't struggle going through the next class. And if you're struggling with this now, let me know and let me help you. I'm happy to do so. All right. Have a good one. See you in the next video.